Assalamualaikum and good day. I'm Raihan and my team member is Dr. Tazli with our title Flip Assessment for Nurturing Deep Learners. Due to the COVID-19 attack, schools, universities and other learning institutions have to close. We must adhere to the social distancing, no mass gathering and not even to meet people around. But learning have to be continued and we suddenly have to shift to the virtual learning. Problem with virtual mode is the difficulty to measure actual CLO as well as the integrity issue. We cannot have usual closed book assessment, so we go for open-ended assessment. The main goal is to ensure students are assessed based on their actual CLO achievement explicitly without compromising the integrity issue. Along the process, we'll also aim to improve their cognitive attainment, nurture lifelong learning skills, and reinforce positive values, which eventually prepare them as graduates with the desired skill set. Flip assessment is an approach where students assume role as a lecturer and think like a lecturer. They need to generate their own higher order thinking questions. This flip assessment is used as the assessment for learning and as assessment as learning, while completing the task, students going through the learning process. So this process is expected to develop their cognitive, affective, and psychomotor skills. Their CLO achievement can be measured explicitly from the final exam questions and the flip assessment score. There are 6 steps for this approach. Clear instruction and rubric must be shared upfront to the student. In order to avoid plagiarism and the integrity issue, the best method is to get students to submit via plagiarism checker such as the DTIP. This approach is designed to ensure students fully involved in the learning process. From the survey, more than 70% agreed that they like this approach and it helped them to achieve higher order thinking. The impact to students' cognitive domain can be measured from their final exam and the design questions. Comparing to the control group with many failures, you can see significant improvement on the cognitive attainment of students for both Cycle 1 and Cycle 2. This data is in line with students' feedback where students agreed that this approach allowed them to revise the whole chapter and help them to acquire deep thinking and learning. From their anonymous feedback, we have concluded that positive values such as empathy, honesty, and perseverance have been reinforced to the student. We have gathered feedback from those who graduated and worked for several years now. They agree that whatever the skills developed during their study helped them to excel. The self-learning and problem-solving skills help them to go through the time, especially when they have to work remotely due to the pandemic. From the positive output, we promoted the approach within our department, UTP, as well as beyond UTP. Dr. Tazli also actively promoting this approach through virtual and physical workshops, and I occasionally join by sharing my experience and challenges while implementing. We have also published book chapter as well as awarded gold medal for this approach. These are examples of workshops conducted and there are more to come.